so yeah, then it just ended up kind of riding the wave the whole time, and up until the finale. So I'm really grateful for how it turned out.
Yeah, it's funny how one second guess can change everything and go
So true.
from nearly not being on the show at all to top 3.
Yeah. I definitely was not expecting that at all. So it was a really cool deal.
And then after that, is that were you living in Nashville when you were still on the show, or did you move to Nashville after that?
I had been in Nashville about a year when I auditioned for the show, a little over a year. So now we've been here about 2 years, my wife and I, and yeah, it's been a roller coaster for sure. A lot of, I mean, when I was living in Dallas and making music, it was a little bit easier, at least just being local to find gigs. And we moved up here and very quickly realized it wasn't going to be easy to make money. So that's where the that's where the graphic designer part came in. Had been started leaning into that more heavily, just to try to contribute to the rent payments over here. But
Right.
Yeah,
do what you got to do. Are you still doing it?
I'm doing it a little bit less, thankfully. I do enjoy it. I get to I love that side of being an artist, just the visual side of everything, and so I've always done my own merch designs and album artwork, and so I still get to kind of dip my foot into it with my own project, but not I'm not grinding as hard to try to find work.
You're not looking for the work.
thankfully, yeah.
But you're also writing all your own stuff. I've noticed.
Yes, sir. Yep. Mm-hmm. I've been all the songs right now are just solo writes for myself, and the record that I have been working on right now is the same way for the most part. A few co-writes here and there. It's trying to get into the groove of that. That's kind of that's a lot of the culture here in Nashville is writing in rooms with a lot of people, and I didn't grow up doing that, and so it's something that I'm trying to learn. But for the most part, I feel a little more comfortable just writing by myself.
Is it odd to you to schedule a write and go in and say, I'm going to write at 3:00 on Tuesday?
Sometimes, yeah, exactly. I try to have something to start with, at least. If there's a write at 3:00 on Tuesday, I'll spend time on Monday and Tuesday morning trying to make sure I have at least something to work off, so we don't get in there and all look at each other and just say, what the heck are we doing here? Yeah, because that's happened a handful of times.
Yeah.
Deer
headlight looked like.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely.
Let's talk about some of the stuff that you have wrote, because you've had a couple of some stuff out on Spotify and streaming platforms that you released independently.
Mm-hmm.
I Was Wrong being one of them.
Yes, sir.
Bed Hefe.
Yeah.
And Elbow Grease.
Yeah. Those are the three. So I released all those songs over the past year. I was in a band for when I started making music in college. Myself, a buddy, and my name Reed Helsher, who's also a Dallas native. We both went to the University of Arkansas, and we moved out to Nashville together, and we're making music as a band, and just when we moved to Nashville, it was kind of a rude awakening, like I said, of man, we're not making any money, and we're trying to survive out here, and just kind of through the way that everything shook out around January or so a year ago. I before Idol ever came around, I had just started writing music on my own, just kind of more for soul healing than anything. Was got kind of lonely out here, and was just I had honestly started to I had a different feeling towards making music. It was trying to make $1 versus trying to make something that I really loved and connected with. And so those three songs in particular were three of the first songs that I wrote, kind of just with no expectation of putting them out to people, really just trying to kind of recultivate what I love about making music. So those were just kind of being in my bedroom and having more time than I knew what to do with, and just writing songs that I enjoyed. I'm a big Willie Nelson fan. I think most people are. Willie, Townes Van Zandt, Guy Clark, a lot of those Texas artists that I grew up listening to, and that's the style that I love, that I've always really connected with. And when I was in the band, wasn't necessarily making music that was quite like that, and so just kind of started making stuff that reminded me of stuff that my heroes would do, and ended up really falling in love with it.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and play I Was Wrong.
Yeah, please.
Okay. This is Jack Blocker on Country Then and Now.
I need to ride up through the plains of Texas, far as the eye can see. Need to make $1 million, play the slots and make it 3. Got this cowboy in my bones, and I gotta let him free. Need to fight the man who doesn't understand, to leave me be. Look him eye to eye, defend my name till he's picking up his teeth. Ain't a man if I can't stand tall on my own 2 feet. Oh, if I ain't rustling feathers, then I ain't worth being remembered when I leave. You got good, then make it better. Keep the law, but don't you ever bend the knee. I was wrong. Ooh, I was wrong. You have my heart, I have yours, and it's all I need and more. I was wrong. Catch the eyes of pretty girls I'm passing on the street, with a rugged smile, a tattooed arm, and a working man's physique. Hear the cow, we need it raw. Take my liquor needs. Need to build myself a castle in the scorching August heat. Use the hands I proudly calloused out there, pouring that concrete. Ain't no time for taking slow. If I'm the hand that feeds, ain't much luck for modest betters. Once you die, you can't get deader. Play for keeps. Burn the steel and press your leather, never tied up in the debtor's chain and key. I was wrong. Oh, I was wrong. You have my heart, I have yours, and it's all I need and more. I was wrong. I was wrong. Oh, I have my heart, I have yours, and it's all I need and more. I was wrong. I was wrong. Ooh, I was wrong. You have my heart, I have yours, and it's all I need and more. I was wrong.
I was wrong, Jack Blocker on Country Then and Now.
Yes, sir.
That was you said. Was that one you said that you wrote before Idol?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. When after you auditioned and got on the show, being around different people, did any of that change your writing style or influence your writing style in any way?
I think that it grew my confidence a little bit. It just in the fact that, I mean, when I was making the songs, I wasn't there was no reassurance that anybody was interested in listening to them. And I got to perform that song on the show for my audition, and I just seeing the response was just inspiring. That because I wouldn't say that song necessarily fits the mold of what's typically popular right now. And so just seeing that people connected to it, people connected to the words, just it was inspiring to me. Just that honesty in the lyrics that I write, and even getting specific with my experiences. Sometimes the more specific you get, the more it connects with people. And so yeah, I would say it's affected that. It just that I feel more confidence just kind of writing what feels right to me at the time.
Gotcha. When people ask you, because your sound and your style is different, like you said, from anything that's on mainstream radio, whether it's country or pop or AC or whatever it is. When people ask you what your style is, what do you tell them? Country, Americana, singer songwriter?
I was listening to all of the above are correct, yes, but I was listening to Chris Christopherson's song, one of his cuts of Me and Bobby McGee.
Mm-hmm.
And at the beginning of the song, he says, "Well, he said if it sounds country, then it's country music. That's what it is." And I was like, you know what? I get so exhausted trying to explain what type of music I make to people, so I'm just going to start saying country and let them react how they will, because some people have opinions on that about me not being country or whatever it is, and that's up to. I'm not offended by any of it, but
my thing is country is so encompasses so many different styles than what it did even 10 or 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not just what you hear on top 40 country radio or on Sirius XM these days.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's so many different arms and legs of it. And the more I listen to people like John Prine, people like Townes Van Zandt, because I wouldn't say that I have a country voice. Listening to Alan Jackson when I was growing, like that is a country voice, and that's not anything like what I sound like. But I think John Prine's kind of a similar way. I mean, his voice by itself isn't country, but the style of music that he made ended up kind of falling in that lane, but also had arms and legs outside of the country lane. So I'm very open to anybody's interpretation of what music I make. The style of the record that I'm making right now is at least the band is very traditional, country, fiddle, pedal steel, all the bells and whistles like that.
And the current single you have out right now, All of Yours to Give All of Mine.
Yes, sir.
That's on the new album that will be forthcoming, I guess.
That song actually was just at one point in the American Idol, I think when we were when it was top 5, everyone gets to release a single as part of the show, and so that's a song that I'd written and had ready to go, and they helped me produce. We produced it, tracked it, and released it all in the span of probably 10 days.
Yeah.
And so that one stands alone. There's maybe a time in the future where I'd recut that and include it on another album. But right now that one just kind of stands alone as a single. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I thought, because I noticed when I was doing some research, most of what you've released is independent, but all of yours is on 19.
Yes.
So I assumed that with that being the label album, that it'd be on there. But
no, yeah, and that one was released with them, and yeah, and so but moving forward, I'm gonna continue to release independent.
Okay. Well, let's play the current single right now. All of yours. This is Jack Blocker on Country Linen Now.
You got a lot of weight to bear. Cars and homes and love to spare. As much as I tenderly care, you got a lot of weight to bear. You tell me frankly I don't care. I feel I'm built to tie my hair. Long as you're here, not out there. Boy, I just frankly do not care. 'Cause I love you to pieces, and your dollar is not where my piece is. God above and a sweet kiss is as heaven on earth as my work is. So don't hide your eyes. I need all of yours. Give all of mine. I know that weathered hearts can tear and fall to foolish love affair. Caught by the fishing wire snare. Oh, what's nice to keep and hard to share. 'Cause I love you to pieces, and your dollar is not where my piece is. God above and a sweet kiss is as heaven on earth as my world gets. So don't hide your eyes. I need all of yours. Give all of mine. 'Cause I love you to pieces, and your dollar's not where my piece is. God above and a sweet kiss is as heaven on earth as my world gets. So don't hide your eyes, darling. I need all of yours. Give all of mine.
All of yours to give all of mine. Jack Blocker on Country Then and Now. Are you with us, Jack?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there you are. Just my screen's a little delayed, so
No worries.
So I like that. That's more traditional country than what people are probably used to hearing from you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the first few that I released, I didn't have much budget for an actual studio, and so recordings were all done outside, just in a field. The cricket noises and stuff, those are all real. I've had some people being like, "Hey, can you send me the song without the crickets?" And I'm like, "No, that's part of what you get." We were trying to record it just like in bedrooms and stuff, and we were getting a bunch of outside noise that was just kind of bleeding in but barely there. And we're like, well, might as well just buy in and let them sing. And so all the other songs outside of that one were just recorded outside and all in one live take. And this one was a real the guy Cody Johnson's producer, Trent Willman. He got to Trent produced that song and his band played it, and that was a really cool experience coming off of the very DIY experience that I had recording the other songs last year.
That was a complete 180 for you.
Yeah, yeah, very much so. Just a lot of people doing work that they're far better at than I was trying to produce and play on everything, and he had his band come in, and in 10 minutes they had it locked in, and it was awesome.
Trent's a good guy. I love him.
Really good guy. Yeah.
And he's not doing too bad with Cody Johnson.
Could be doing worse. Yeah.
Yeah. He's working with a few people, I think. I think Hayden Haddock is one of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A buddy of mine plays in Drake Milligan's band, and I think Trent and Drake are working on some stuff right now.
Oh, cool. That'll be good.
Yeah.
So, going back to your writing, I noticed Elbow Grease was one of the songs, and that was also, I guess, the label that you formed to release independently, because I noticed Elbow Grease Records.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wrote that song. That was, again, one of the first few that I had written when I was just doing the bedroom rights by myself, and yeah, just I like that. I like the word. I like the way that it looks, and I think the collection of songs that I had all kind of felt like they had some elbow grease kind of infused throughout, and so just kind of rolled with that.
Yeah. How did the song come about for you?
That one was just kind of almost like there's no chorus to the song. It's just 4 verses, and they're all kind of yeah. It's funny, the label that works with Idol had some they had some things to say about how often I don't write choruses, which is okay. But everyone has their thing. It's but yeah, the song is kind of just like a handful of, I guess you could call them like diary entries, a little bit, just of different stages of my time being in Nashville, and music kind of falling apart for me a little bit, and looking like the dream wasn't gonna become reality, and the song kind of the end of the song is sort of just like, well, as long as I've got the breath to sing, I'm gonna keep doing it because it's what I love to do, and no matter if it looks pretty, or if I'm doing it to thousands of people or 5 people in the corner of a bar, then I'm gonna have a good time doing it, and praise the Lord, because it's just a way that he's blessed and created me, and created me to like really enjoy it and thrive doing it. And so I love performing, I love writing, and so that was kind of, the song was me just like kind of processing, like, well, maybe this isn't gonna work out the way that I hoped it would, but I'm gonna keep on doing it because I love it. But since writing that, it has worked out honestly better than I thought. So I'm grateful for the ups and downs of it, even though it was hard to see when I was writing it.
Yeah. Was there ever a plan B if music didn't work out? Was there something that was a fallback for you?
When we moved to Nashville, I had never really thought about a plan B. And then I had to start thinking about plan B, because plan A was making $0 a month. And so the graphic design thing was a push. And when I was doing it freelance, I could kind of keep music the main focus. But right around when I left to do American Idol, I was job hunting like crazy. I was getting turned down, all this stuff. But so I had thought of I was really like I was thinking like crazy trying to find a plan B. But everything I came up with, it never felt like that should be the main focus. It's always kind of felt like my energy should be
Music.
devoted towards music, and I couldn't even tell you why, honestly, because that was a little bit foolish at the time. Just being newly married and us trying to figure out our plans and our lives together, and thankfully my wife was really supportive of it too, and neither of us really knew exactly why or knew what that would look like, but she had a lot of trust in me, and I just kind of had faith that this is what I'm supposed to be doing one way or another. Not if whether that was being a writer, I've always just kind of wanted to be an artist. I love the whole cycle of it. I love the writing. I love the rolling out music. The visual side of it. Playing shows is my favorite thing in the world. And so,
is there a side of it that you don't particularly care for? Because I know every artist has at least one or two things that they kind of rather push off to the side and let somebody else do.
I don't love the social media side of it. I don't think anybody really does. But there's part of it that's just kind of that it's paying your dues a little bit. There's still part of like the traditional way to pay your dues and cut your teeth of playing shows to nobody, which I still do and have done plenty. But there's also you gotta put stuff out on the internet for people to see it, and so I try to remind myself of that every day, because I don't love sharing on the internet. I don't love it, but the fact that there's people that want to see it and engage with it, that's encouraging enough for me to keep doing it.
Right. Well, let's go ahead and play Elbow Grease.
Yeah, please.
We talked about it. Let's play it. This is Jack Blocker on Country Then and Now.
Broke in a cloud of smoke on the road from northern Queens. I ain't woke with an ounce of hope in a month, so it seems. Oh my, old folk are strong as oak, but this life will chop down trees when you get a little mixed on the line between a good God and elbow grease. Soaked to proudly choke down tears with gnashing teeth. I'm tattooed and hard as hell atop my Nashville ego. I'm a smoke-toting, cattle roping, anti-drama queen, but I get all of my rings online and cocked in honest man's old jeans. Coast to Midwest back road on to Tennessee. I've sang over mountains old and towers shiny clean. Oh, I got songs for waterfalls, but I ain't got much on streams. And if that river's still dry and signs are right, I might should dip this scene. Oh. Cut cars to top of 4 and I'll wind up on 3. I've been long with Jackson hand, flipping cash their kings. find out, but a diamond, all I got to do is sing. I better make it worthwhile for the soul that smiles with stained and crooked teeth.
Jack Blocker on Country Then and Now. There's one song that we talked about at the top of the show when we were naming off some of these three or four we were going to play today. I might regret asking this, but where did the backstory of Big Hefe come?
The backstory from Big Hefe honestly came from listening to a lot of Marty Robbins. It was like listening to it was listening to songs like El Paso and Doggone Cowboy and just like his gunfighter ballads and honestly kind of a combo of all the artists that I really grew up listening to, just these cowboy stories that I grew up on and so I just kind of wrote my own. I love when I also I really enjoy listening to hip hop too and like Outkast and artists like that. And there's kind of like a thread of between country and hip hop of just like writing with a sense of humor a little bit. And so that was kind of what I was just having a good time writing that song. And that one, yeah, more than any, I was like, no chance this one ever sees the light of day.
I was wondering if there was a little dirt that we needed to get into.
I know I've had this conversation with my parents, with my in-laws, all of this, but I like to leave it up to the imagination. If someone wants to picture me having that crazy adventure in Mexico, then all the more. But
we've never seen you on the news being arrested. So
yeah.
Far so good. No matter what, we're so far so good. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good secret if it was true, but
right. Well, it's not a secret anymore if it is true. So.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I put it out for the whole world to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun. That's my favorite song. Big Hefe is my favorite one to perform. I really enjoy playing that one.
So any of these that you recorded independently going to be on the album or re-recorded at some point down the road?
I would love to. Nothing on the following album, the next album. Those are all new songs, but I would love to specifically Big Hefe re-record that and maybe even build a whole album around it, around that story and flesh it out a little bit more, Redheaded Stranger style.
Yeah. I was gonna say that was a thing back in the 70s were concept albums.
Yeah, I've always loved that. And just loving the visual side of everything too. Like my head kind of starts spinning, thinking about all the ways that you could create a whole story off of a record like that.
Yeah. Willie was a master at doing that.
So good. Yeah, and even like he would even use other people's songs in the story, and it flowed so well. It's Redheaded Stranger is like my favorite album I think of all time. With that was maybe the album that made me want to start making music more than anything. Hearing that kind of that changed a lot of my perspective towards songwriting and just recording in general. It blew my mind when I realized Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain wasn't an original Willie song. Doesn't make it any any different, but hearing other versions of that was crazy for the first time.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and we talked about it. Let's go ahead and play it. This is Big Cafe on Country Then and Now, Jack Blocker.
Friday night somewhere in Arizona, that tequila that gon' put me in a coma. It was 1, 2, 3, I don't remember 4, but I done lost my keys and I gotta make it home. A flag a bus down, and I only paid a quarter. Told him drop my ass anywhere up on the corner, but I woke up 80 miles by the border in a blazing dust storm. Hey, Sonora abuelo walking to my right, he took a seat by me. I asked him all politely where a guy like me could stay a couple nights, make a dime or two to hitch another ride. He said, in this town, you're pushing or you're buying, and a boy like you might quickly get to dying, but I need this kilo gone before tonight. If you can sell it, I'll get you paid. I'm New Orleans señorita, and I guess I knew my thing, but I never knew I was dead. I should've born to push cocaine. Oh, don't call me old Johnny round these parts, honey, 'cause everything has changed. I'm a blood-spitting, bull-riding, bull-shining, one-night pirate, Big Cafe. Trying to get up off that bus and act natural with a brick of snow weighing heavy in my satchel. I don't know my Espanol enough to babble, so I just said, I can get you high. And then I found out with a pistol in his jacket, he grabbed me by the neck and pulled me down an alley. Said, I like your style, boy, I provide the saddle if you're looking for a hell of a race. I'm New Orleans señorita, and I guess I knew my name, but I never knew I was dead. I should've born to push cocaine. Oh, don't call me old Johnny round these parts, honey, 'cause everything has changed. I'm a blood-spitting, bull-riding, bull-shining, one-night pirate, Big Cafe. At my beach outside the Tijuana with the blue-eyed señorita, the baby mama, and I only ride that saddle when I wanna, 'cause I did my time and I made $1 million for another round. I see I Sonata, keep the rep outside, door flowing out the bottom, 'cause I never would've made it here without it, that blazing dust storm day. I'm New Orleans señorita, and I guess I knew my name, but I never knew I was dead. I should've born to push cocaine. Oh, don't call me old Johnny round these parts, honey, 'cause everything has changed. I'm a blood-spitting, bull-riding, bull-shining, hog-tying, white-lining, bar-fighting, two-timing, high-flying, truck driving all night, running from the bright light, skydiving, one-night pirate, Big Cafe.
I'm tired. The last part did me in.
Yeah, me too. It's a fun one to perform. I like to save that one for the end and just give every last ounce of my voice that I can and send it. But yeah, it's fun to listen to.
Leave them wondering what they just listened to.
Exactly, I did. I played a show here in Nashville last night, just at somewhere downtown, and it was kind of one of those where people were drinking more than they were there to watch me play, and ending with that song. It's kind of fun. It's a little. I'm a competitive guy. Grew up playing sports, and so it was almost like I knew that song was coming up, and I'm like, all right, gotta to make them listen a little bit.
Mhm. Yeah.
tell them it's a song about selling cocaine, and
Selling
then just scream my head off.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I sure did.
So, are you done for the year? Do you have any more shows coming up, or are you?
No, I'm just wrapping up production on this record. We was in the studio 2 weeks ago and got all the songs done. It was 10 tunes, and so just finishing up all the added pieces to that, just adding some color and some extra instruments to it, and then yeah, that'll be next year. I'll be rolling out that record and hopefully touring it as much as I can.
Okay. So Christmas coming up in about 3 weeks. You have any plans? You coming back to DFW, or you staying?
I'll be in town. I'll be in DFW for sure. At least the whole week, and hopefully catch a Mavs game or two, and spend some time with my folks again.
Yeah, good deal.
Yeah.
Any aside from the new album and touring, anything for 25? Any big plans?
Big plant. Just, I mean, the American Idol opportunity was really cool. And nothing I ever expected to do with my career, but it was a great. It felt like a little bit of a launch pad, and I think that's what they want it to be. So trying to take an awesome opportunity that was given to me and just make the most out of it. So getting out on the road as much as I can, and seeing as many faces that are aware of me, and making more people aware of it. That's the job. And so just hopefully more of that, and on a bigger scale than it was this year.
Yeah. We got a little bit of time. We got 2 or 3 rapid fire questions that are Christmas related.
Okay.
Favorite Christmas memory.
Favorite Christmas memory. I mean, my head immediately goes back to decorating trees. I think it snowed one year in Dallas. That's the one. Probably making a snowman and seeing snow for the first time.
Yeah, it don't happen very often down
It
here.
sure don't. Yeah.
Favorite gift given to you as a child at Christmas.
Favorite gift given to me as a child. This is funny, more so than my favorite gift, but when I was really young, my parents wrapped my gift in a wrapping paper that had all of the NFL football helmets on the gift wrap, and I was obsessed with the gift wrap. I don't know what the gift was, but I just I taped the gift wrap up on my wall, and when I was like 4 or 5, I knew all the NFL teams, or however much I could say. I called them the Chiefs, the Ravens, random stuff. But that's a memory of mine. The NFL wrapping paper.
NFL wrapping paper.
Yep.
What's your favorite meal during the holidays?
My favorite, my
favorite go-to sweet.
Go-to different things, because my dad is a wizard on the grill, and he'll smoke some ribs or smoke a brisket on Christmas. So that's something I always look forward to, because I miss out on that being in Nashville, 10 hours away. So that's what I look forward to more than anything. And I'm a big cinnamon roll guy, as is my wife. And so we look forward to some cinnamon rolls in the morning.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, buddy, I appreciate you doing this. If I don't talk to you before, y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Casey. Yeah, you too. Really appreciate you having me.
You bet. And keep in touch. You got my email. You got my phone number.
Yes, sir. Will do. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You bet. Y'all take care and love one another. We'll see you next week. God bless.